Welcome to LowFlow maintenance videos. This video highlights how to change the trim and packing on a Mark 708 LowFlow control valve. When maintaining the valve, use only genuine LowFlow valve repair parts available from the factory. These are the tools you will need: packing lubricant suitable for your application, a torque wrench with the appropriate socket for seat removal, 1/1/2 or 9/16 inch wrench depending on valve size, and 2 3/8 inch open end or combination wrenches, as well as silver grade antices. The required seat removal wrench size is indicated in this chart. In your Mark 708 full repair kit, you will find a body seal, packing set, seat, plug, and stem. It is important to note that in valves with CV ranges from 0.05 to 4.0, the stem and plug are two separate parts, and in microflow CV ranges of 0.02 and smaller, the plug and stem are one piece. It is helpful to have a copy of the Mark 708 instructions and maintenance guide nearby for reference. This is available on the LowFlow valve website. Please read this guide carefully and familiarize yourself with the components names mentioned in this video. Once you have gathered all the necessary materials, you can begin the disassembly of the Mark 708 control valve. Due to the Mark 708's bolted bonnet design, these repairs can be made while the valve is in line, or, as demonstrated in this video, the valve can be moved to a more convenient workstation. Start by clamping the valve securely into a vise. If the valve is reverse acting or air to open, you will need to attach a pneumatic pressure supply line to the inlet of the actuator case. Supply 5 psi more pressure than the range spring pressure indicated on the valve's identification tag to open it fully. If the valve is direct acting or air to close, this step is not needed as the plug is not seated. Next, you will remove the body to bonnet connection bolts using your 1/2 inch or 9/16 inch wrench. Make sure the top work of the valves are supported as the bolts are removed. You can now separate the body from the bonnet. Next, loosen the body side lock nuts on the stem using 2 3/8 inch wrenches. By locking the nuts together again further down the stem, you can use them to unthread the stem from the stem connector. Make sure that the stem connector does not rotate to eliminate any change in actuator preload pressure. Now you can remove the lock nuts from the stem. On valves with CVs of 0.05 and larger, this will allow the stem to drop low enough to remove the plug. If you are not replacing the packing, make sure the stem threads do not enter the packing box, as this can damage the packing set. For CVs of 0.02 and smaller, the stem and plug are one piece and can be removed through the top of the packing box after removing the yoke from the bonnet. It is recommended to replace all soft goods when performing maintenance on the valve. If your Mark 708 maintenance only involves a CV change, you can now install the new plug and seat and reassemble the valve. If you are performing a full trim change and soft goods replacement, you now need to remove the packing flange nuts using a 1/2 inch wrench. Next, remove the packing flange, packing set, and stem. Before installing the new packing set, it is recommended to apply a small coating of lubricating compound suitable for your application to the Teflon packing. Insert the new stem through the bottom of the bonnet. From the top side, install the packing washer, packing springs, another packing washer, Teflon packing, packing follower, and finally, the packing flange. Now reinstall the packing flange nuts, turning each nut a few rotations at a time to evenly apply pressure. Leave about 1/8 inch gap between the packing flange and yoke. Now reinstall the stem lock nuts into the stem. Using your 3/8 inch wrench, thread the stem into the stem connector until it can go no further. Again, make sure that the stem connector does not move to eliminate any preload changes. When the stem can go no further, lock the stem lock nuts in place against the stem connector. It is now time to remove the old seat and body gasket. Using the appropriate socket wrench or adjustable wrench, remove the old seat from the valve body and remove the body gasket. Apply a thin coat of silver grade anti-seize to the threads on the new seat and thread it into the body. The seat should be torqued to the recommended valve listed in the instructions and maintenance guide. Install the new body gasket. Now you are ready to join the body back onto the valve. Be very careful when placing the body onto the valve, as microflow trim components are very thin and can damage easily. After hand tightening the bolts onto the body, slowly remove the pneumatic air pressure to the actuator. Refer to the Mark 708 instruction and maintenance guide for the appropriate body bolt torque rating. The final packing adjustment should be made with the valve pressurized and the packing tightened, just enough to stop any leakage while stroking the valve. Now your Mark 708 low flow control valve maintenance is complete. If you have any further questions, please refer to the contact information listed here. You can also visit our website www.lowflowvalve.com for information on this and other products. Thanks for watching.